Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop197. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well my friends, and since I have a brand new laptop I got, it's time for me to do a brand new top 10 list that I have never done yet. So here we go, ladies and dudes. Here is my top 10 most saddest movie moments of all time. But before I could tell you about what are my most favorite sad moments that I ever see in the movie, I just want to let you know is finding some sad moments in a movie is going to be very, very hard to find, because there's a couple of good movie moments here and there that does feature something that will break your heart, something that will be emotional, something that will be sad for the rest of your life, I guess. But anyway, I did the best I could to do my own list for my top 10 most saddest movie moments of all time. And before I could go on with this list, I got some honorable mentions that I got from a couple other movies that I seen that had a really, really sad moment. So here are my honorable mentions. From The Fox and the Hound, one of the most saddest moments I ever seen in this movie is when Widow Tweed had said goodbye to her precious fox that she had raised for like something about a year ago, I think. The most saddest ending I have ever seen in Pocahontas. And to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, that coming really soon, I will do this movie review. But to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, Pocahontas was the only Disney movie that had a really sad ending. When Pocahontas had said her last goodbye to the man that she loves. I know everybody hates the sequel, but to me, I don't mind. And one of the most saddest moments I've ever seen is from Michael Collins is at the end of the movie, where poor Michael Collins was killed by a mysterious assassin who murdered him in the ambush. So that's really darn sad. And anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my top 10 most saddest movie moments of all time. Let's get started. Number 10 goes to Take It 2. The most saddest moment I ever seen in this movie is when Brian and Kim had the most saddest breakdown I have ever seen after they escaped from one of those big bad evil Perpoya dudes who were chased after them from the cards scene. And Brian Mills needs to think of something to save Lenore quick before time's up. Number 9 goes to Snape's death from Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. It's really sad to see Snape go after he got killed by Lord Voldemort when Voldemort told his snake to kill him by force. And Harry Potter did the best he could to comfort him before he dies. What a sad shame. Number 8 goes to the message from Ellie from Disney's Up. I will say one of the best emotional moments in the whole entire movie is when Mr. Fredricksen is looking at all those wonderful pictures that he had for what he and Ellie had shared from many, many years ago. And it's really tear-jerking, if you know what I mean. Number 7 goes to the main song, A Baby of Mine from Disney's Dumbo. One of the most saddest moments I've ever seen in the movie is when Dumbo and his mother had a very short reunion. And that song, Baby of Mine, will always bring a big giant tear to your eye. Hard to say. Number 6 goes to Ash's Sacrifice from Pokemon, the first movie. This is the only Pokemon movie where the main character, Ash, had died and he sacrificed his life to save all the Pokemon that he can from Mewtwo and Mew's big giant blast one of their famous techniques, I guess. And it's really sad to see all the Pokemon cry in one good scene. Okay, at number 5 goes to the memorial from Liam Neeson's good film called The Grey. And to tell you the truth is I really love the near ending of The Grey. At least the near ending is way better than the ending. At least John did the rightful thing to tribute to all the people that he knew and cared about, and making a memorial for every single dude who died while they're hanging on a really harsh cold winter journey for the battle of survival, I guess. Okay, number 4 is Satine's Time Is Up from Moulin Rouge. Sadly, the evil disease had affected poor Satine, and she only has one last moment to be with Christian for only a couple of minutes or so. That's a really, really sad shame. And now let's head on to my top 3 most saddest movie moments of all time. Let's get started. And number 3 is Andy's last and final moments with his toys in Toy Story 3. I will say out of all the Pixar films that have a really, really sad ending is the part where Andy has to say his last goodbyes to all the toys that he played when he was a kid, and he has to sacrifice his favorite toy, Woody, so that little girl can take good care of him and the rest of his toys while he is heading on to college. That is pretty darn sad. Number 2 goes to I Dreamed a Dream from the 2012 version of Les Miserables. I will say, I Dreamed a Dream is definitely one of the most saddest songs ever in Broadway history. And I will say that Anne Hathaway did a fantastic job singing a very, very emotional song that I ever heard in my life. She had a fantastic voice. And I feel bad for Fontaine to have a really, really bad, tragic life while she is trying to get so much money to get what she needs for her child, Cosette. And sadly, for my number 1 most saddest moment that I ever seen in movie history is the lover's farewell from the House of Flying Daggers. I will say, out of all the sad moments I've ever seen in movie history, I will say the House of Flying Daggers had one of the most saddest endings I have ever seen in my life. And this is a part where May has to sacrifice her life to rescue her true love from dying from her former lover, if you know what I mean. And it's really sad that Jean lost the most beautiful and the most caring person that he ever known for the last 3 frickin' days. So that is it, ladies and dudes. Those are my top 10 most saddest movie moments of all time. I hope you enjoyed this list, and join me next time for my next videos to come. I will do more movie reviews, more top 10 of 5 lists, more bloopers, more quick videos, you name it. So I'll be back very, very soon for more futuristic videos to come. So, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobop 1987. Sayonara!